Okay, everyone, new episode. We're on our way to the mineral springs, which are up here, because a large Titan army is attacking us. We've just started our long trek on the way there, and we've come to an outpost in the middle of the way through, called the Granite Citadel, where we could have got some cool armor and stuff. And I think normally behind this rock here, loads of stone summit hiding. But I think that the spawns for this area change because we're in a new quest, so they won't appear. But this area is quite jam-packed with Stone Summit. Like, just look at all of them. We are in an 8-man team though now. If you guys missed the last couple of episodes, maybe I have finished the challenge. I'm gonna call the episode with me completing Hell's Precipice the end or something like that, because I don't really want people to sort of see the start of the Let's Play, skip to the end thinking, oh, did he make it, and then seeing me with an 8-man team and thinking, oh, he completely failed, he just decided to start playing with henchmen. So I'll probably do something like that so that people end up skipping to the one called The End, and then it sort of all makes sense. But yeah, so we're on our way. Hopefully these guys won't be too much of a problem. I've been reading up about the quests since the last episode. It doesn't look like they're going to be too hard. I think for the one in Ascalon, I'm going to have to use real players, because obviously the henchmen there are like really low level, so they suck. But we'll see how it goes when we. I hate the Stone Summit. I just don't want to be in the Shiver Peaks anymore. Look at them; they just completely own us all. I'd much rather fight the Titans. So many of them. Okay, looking good. I think one of our monks died, which is never a good sign, is it? Not in the first fight, at least. But there you go. Hopefully I can avoid most of the mobs. I know this area is really annoying to vanquish. I don't know whether I've defined what that is yet on this Let's Play. So if you haven't played the game, vanquishing is where you go to a specific explorable area, like Tasca's Demise, for instance. And then you kill everything on that whole area in hard mode. And then you vanquish the area, and you get a title for vanquishing everywhere on the game. So that's like, for just Prophecies, that's like 56 different areas. It's ridiculous. Okay, so here are some of the Titans. Our first little taste. These ones are called Dark Titans. I said back in Hell's Precipice that when you defeat Titans, smaller Titans appear. And that is true, but these guys are the smallest Titans, so these won't break into new ones. When we get into the next area where the main invasion force is, we will see a lot of the big ones. And something quite cool about these later quests, I said in the Ring of Fire that those fire imps, that the sparks of the Titans look just like regular fire imps, and that they must have run out of character models or something. But all of the character models for the Titans here are unique to the different areas that you go to. This quest chain is kind of a globe-trotting quest chain, like it will take you all over the world, sort of back to locations you visited previously, to see how they're getting along now that your adventure is over. And yeah, so when you go back to the Maguma jungle, the Titans that are there look all jungly and that kind of thing, so it's pretty cool. Of course, you can see here the Titans hate everything, even the Stone Summit. So, in a way, I kind of like them. Basically, we can take advantage of this by running in and taking out the Titans while they're still fighting the other groups. Basically, you just pick which team you want to help. So, I wanted to help the Titans because I hate the Stone Summit so much. But I should probably pick on the Titans, really, because they're so much stronger. This one here is called a Titan Heart. It's a Titan Monk. Quite annoying. Their necromancers are casting this hex on me, which means every time I attack they steal health. It's kind of like empathy, but it's the necromancer version of it, and it heals them as well, so it's a bit stronger in some ways, it's a little bit weaker in others. But when the enemies are using it, it's probably stronger because they don't have to worry about energy. They do have energy, but sort of enemies don't have to worry about it. They like have an insane amount. Like, all the enemies have well over 100 energy, so they can just spam skills for ages and ages and ages until you kill them. While if you're a player and you're using it, then it's going to be quite an expensive spell. Okay, so there's some more Titans here, lots more. I'm just going to run past and come through to the next explorable area, which is called Mineral Springs. Lena's dying again. She's not even casting anything, she's just stood there taking hits. Ah, she didn't die. That's good, that means she didn't get any death penalty. Okay, so here we are at the Mineral Springs. A couple of interesting things here. This is the explorable area on the other side of the lake, and we will go. The other side of the lake is specifically where we want to go. Okay, so the Mineral Springs are full of Tengu. You can see the Tengu here, the Avikara. And yes, they will fight the Titans as well. It's generally a good idea to aid the Avikara because they're so much easier to kill themselves than the Titans are. So you do that, and then you take out the Avikara while you're at it. As we go through, we'll see all of these Titans just basically wiping out the Avikara as they march their way towards Drachma's Forge. This is probably the easiest quest. Well, yeah, I reckon they get harder as you go along, to be honest. This is probably the easiest Titan quest that you have to do. Simply because the other ones are kind of like defend the location kinds of quests, except for the very last one. And basically you have to defend an essential NPC, and if the NPC dies, if the character dies, then it's game over. Right, so we're going to be headed off this way, I believe? Yes. Okay, so taking out the Titan Hearts first, since they're the monks. See, we've got quite a lot of damage, we kill very fast. That's nice. And these icy brutes, I believe these are the ones that will split into two once you kill them. We'll just watch his corpse. So an icy brute was there, yeah, there you go. And now born out of him was a dark titan. So now we've got two dark titans to kill. Looks like these only create one more. Some of them create two though. Some more titans have ran at us from over here. Before our monks could regain their energy, so that could mean that one of us is going to fall down, but who knows. I feel like I was going to say something, but I've forgotten. Keep getting distracted. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, we're going to be going to the other side of that lake. That's basically the eventual goal. If you remember when we were talking to Glint, she told us that we specifically need to take out this Titan Lord, Ivariso Sectus. It's a pretty cool name, isn't it? You might not know, but all of the Titans, we know that they're a very old race, because of course the Seers referenced them from a long time ago, and they've always been the enemies of the Mersat. Well, the enemies of everything, really. And to reinforce that point that they're an old race, all of the Titan bosses, like this guy, I don't know what it means, all of them have Latin names, which is pretty cool. Kind of like the Forgotten, who all have snakish names. These guys all have Latin names. I did read the translation of one of the ones in Hell's Precipice, and it meant something like I bring cruelty or something like that. But yeah, we'll be going to... there's a big one. You see that Frost Titan? You can be guaranteed that they're going to break into more. Now there's a lot of groups ahead here, so I'm going to flag my heroes there, so my henchmen there, so that they don't follow me, and just try and get one or two, like these guys. Ah, that's obstructed. Damn it! Don't hide behind the hill. There we go. Come on. Good Titans. Good Titans. Yeah, and not only that, there are also quite a few interesting things about to do in this explorable area. It is the Tengu who usually live here. After we've completed this quest, we'll see that the Tengu are just super abundant here, and they have a lot of elite skills that you can't get anywhere else in the game. So people often find themselves going from the Granite Citadel with a Signet of Capture, running up here, grabbing a skill, and then going again. Looks like that big one patrolled off that way. I guess we'll meet him later. And there is also, you'll remember throughout the Let's Play, I was going to all of the statues of the gods, and I was talking about them. And ages ago, absolutely ages ago, back in the Maguma jungle, I did an episode where we went to this really like grand temple of Balthazar out in the undergrowth. And I said that there was only one other statue that we needed to speak to, and that was Lyssa's statue. That's the final god. That's the patron god of the Mesmers, and we still haven't read her scripture, and this is the explorable area where you can do that. So that'll be quite fun to finally kind of finish up our little read about of all the gods as we go through. There's only one temple that I didn't go to that I maybe would have quite liked to have, and it was a statue to Grenth somewhere else in the Shiver Peaks, in the big long snake dance that takes you from Beacon's Perch to Drockner's Forge. If you don't remember, that was this big long passageway up through here from Camp Rancor all the way up to Beacon's Perch. Along that path there is a hidden temple to Grenth, and it's quite a special temple as well, because most of the statues that you can speak to in explorable areas, they just give you like little bounties. They'll like maybe raise your morale boost and give you a little bit of health regeneration. But the Grenth statue that you can find there in the little temple in the rocks, you can speak to it, and the avatar of Grenth will actually take you to the underworld, which is Grenth's realm, sort of within the mists, which is very cool. It's the only place you can ever do that from anywhere other than anywhere that's an explorable area. Usually you'd have to be in the Temple of the Aegis or one of the other corresponding outposts in the other campaigns. But most people go to Temple of the Aegis because I think it's quite rare to find a player who's only got one of the campaigns. I think it's because they'll get the game, and then if they decide they don't like it straight away, then they just stop playing. Most other people will probably end up completing the storyline and then going off to the next one. Of course, most people complete the storyline a lot quicker than I did, but because I was so thorough with everything we went to, it took me quite a bit longer than I think most people. I mean, in fact, with Prophecies, because you can skip missions, you only actually have to complete Thunderhead Keep and the 3 Ring of Fire missions to complete it. I mean, that's how easy this campaign is. I could have done this in about 10 episodes. But then we wouldn't have learned much about the world, would we? And we wouldn't all be so smart. Alright, a nice little free stretch of land here. I'm enjoying this. I would prefer it so much if most of the game world was like this. Some people might think, oh, it'd be boring because you're not fighting anything, but the fighting gets boring itself. I just like to be able to walk around and take in the scenery. When I'm fighting, I don't find myself looking at the trees and the rocks and the grass and stuff. Where am I going? I'm going to keep going straight ahead, trying to avoid all of those guys. Hopefully I can avoid all of them. Ah, see, look, they're all fighting each other. The Shiver Peaks will be painted with blood. I wonder if that's referring to this. Ah, there we go. I've got empathy on me as well now. Okay, my monks removed it. So a good thing to do here is to always target the smaller titans first, because they're sure not to split into the bigger ones. If you try and take out the big ones, like this Frost Titan here, first, then you're suddenly going to be faced with a lot of different enemies all at once. General rule of thumb people learn to use. A lesson hard learnt back in the Ring of Fire. Okay, so now we'll kill this Titan Heart, and you'll see out of the corpse of the corpse, can I really call that a corpse? Out of the ashes of that Titan, a Titan's Malice and a Brute came out. I'm not really very familiar with these guys' skills because these enemies are literally exclusive to this quest. You never see them anywhere else. There's never an area where they're wandering around. So I don't end up learning much about them, and it's always different Titans in all of these different quests in the epilogue. I actually think these quests were added after the game was released, but really quickly after the game was released. But I can't be sure about that. Of course, back then actually completing the plot meant something. Now people don't do the quests because they're already level 20, and the quests don't award anything except experience. 20,000 experience granted, but it doesn't mean anything. I keep forgetting to put Strength of Honor back up. The Titans are stripping it from me, and I'm forgetting to put it back on. I can't attack because I have empathy on me. Oh shit, we're going to be attacked by them. Oh no. We might have just been overwhelmed. What have we got? We've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different Titans fighting us, and a big one's about to run in. There we go. There he is. Time to see how strong these henchmen really are, hey? I don't like how many enemies. Ah, now I've got Insidious Parasite on me. I can't fight. This is why I hate playing a warrior. In a team environment, at least. I've learned a lot about being a warrior during this Let's Play. I really have. I never usually play them. Fuck, yeah, see, look, we're getting owned. We're also doing a lot of damage to them. These Titans, as you might have guessed, these ones are weak to fire, so we're using Orion, the mage henchman, and he's casting firestorms and stuff like that, which is dealing a nice amount of damage. One thing I was originally planning on doing was, whenever I came to one of these new quests, I was going to mod my axe with a different element each time, because that would mean I was hitting a lot more damage. They have way less armor against, like these guys have way less armor against fire damage and stuff. We survived, that was pretty cool, no one even died. But now that I've got this Deljamor axe, I just don't want to really change it, to be honest. To be honest, I keep saying to be honest, I don't like it.